guys, it's Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group, and I'm back for our second portion of our first week back with our Trinity 10s. I'm so excited to be back again. Like I said on Tuesday, this will be part 2. For this part though, I'm actually going to use a warehouse as an example because I feel like it's easier to follow. So I know on Tuesday we discussed the first portion of your infrastructure, which is if you have a leads generator, it's how you acquired that customer. And then once you've acquired that customer, you're now going to be in a position to make it stick. You're going to be in a position to make sure they place an order. And if it's a pay at the beginning, you want to make sure they pay at the beginning and also review what was in that order. It's not enough just to have a bunch of products, listed and, ×5 next to the product code or whatever it is. And the customer didn't really want that to begin with. As we also stated, you want to make sure that this information is done accurately, because this could make or break the fact if you have a repeat customer. Like I said, having a repeat customer is so much cheaper than having to get a new customer, especially when it comes to advertising. And we want to remain cost effective and efficient. So those are two keys of it all that really play in any industry, whether, it's for this example as a warehouse, or even if you have a service-based business, like with my consulting. I would have a steady flow of how my office operates so that my customers are serviced to the top tier. They know exactly what their services are going to look like at the end. I've divulged as much information as possible, but also had a chance to listen. Being a business owner, especially for service provided business owners, you have to listen. Listening will allow you to hear what's not being said. Listening will allow you to go above and beyond what they've stated they want. Listening will also give you the chance to get to know them as a person. I think offering personalized service when you're in the service industry is what keeps people coming back. If you can listen to me, understand the needs for my business, and over deliver, I'm a repeat customer. I know I don't have to say too much going forward because you already get me, right? So don't forget the listening part. That's a huge key, especially at the beginning with that customer service area. But for today, we're going to have it as a warehouse. So we know on Tuesday, our customer placed their order. We've given them their receipt. We've added on anything that they may need. So now it's time for order fulfillment. This is where the front end's job is crucial to the back end's job. If you don't place the right number of products on your order form, or if you don't send the right code down for me to fulfill that order, if you don't send your order down in a timely manner so that we can keep our service level agreement with our customers, if we've agreed to ship within 3 days, that means before the night ends or before that shift ends, I need to have a certain number of packages ready to go to make sure they make it to our customers on time, because we've made that promise at the beginning. So having every detail at the beginning and having every number perfectly quantified before that order goes down to the warehouse to be fulfilled is essential. That is essential to the workings of your business. That is great business communication. And if you have a form that is easy to read and easy for the information to be passed on, even better. So now that we're at this part, our second half has received that order. They're working on fulfilling it, and the organization within your warehouse should be set up in a way to work their way back out to the outside of the warehouse, or to work their way back to fulfilling the order and placing the order on a truck to be delivered. So that's one thing. That's a free tip. I should actually charge you guys for that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it this time. But set up your warehouse in a way where they're working back towards getting the order out of the warehouse. So here is where if my sales rep or if my person who accepted the lead did not listen to the customer properly, they heard pink when really the customer wanted white, or they heard, black and the customer wanted gray. Listening is key. And with them being the ones keying in that order, infrastructure really relies on them to have a satisfied customer on the back end. So on the back end, while we're here, I need to make sure that whoever's picking the order, whoever is setting up the boxing for the order or whatever it is, has the contents that were requested and paid for by our customer. Infrastructure here is where you can have someone, I actually had a position once where I was an auditor. So for me being an auditor, I was checking quality, the quality that we had in place for sending our products out to our customers. I was checking contents to make sure the contents matched exactly what the customer ordered. And on top of that, I was checking to make sure that presentation was on point and matching our brand. And this position gave me a chance to see everything work in reverse. I got to see where if someone didn't pull in the order at the right time or didn't download it properly, and I don't pack it in time or I don't put it in a box in time, we're now breaking our service level agreement with our customers. And at that job, we called it SLA. So with having that service level agreement, I am now held to a certain standard in the back end because my front end has agreed to it. You get what I'm saying? So when they took in the lead, when they took in the order, they agreed that, okay, my company is now going to provide you with this product. I'm the person who provides the product in the back end. I'm the person who packs the product in the back end. It's already been paid for. It's already been accounted for. Now it's time for me to deliver. So here, having supervisors and management in place who are very detail oriented would be the best idea for any company who has a warehouse or is product centered. Hiring people who are also attentive to detail. Your product numbers could be off by one number and someone continuously picks the wrong item because they're rushing or the items are out of place, your organization is off, your flow is backwards. All of these things can happen. So infrastructure sets up rules. It sets up time, place, manner for everything. Everything has a time, everything has a place, and everything has a manner by which it's done. Your back end is the last people who touch anything before it goes out to the customer. They really have your company on the line. That's that last impression, right? Your front team, the lead acquisition, the sales rep, the pitcher, or whatever you want to call them, they reeled the customer in. Now it's time for your back end to deliver. Everybody's a team. Everybody is codependent. But without adequate infrastructure, you'll have an issue where people point fingers. Well, if the front end took it in right, I wouldn't have had this issue with picking it wrong. Well, if the back end would slow down and pay attention and not confuse their 3s with 8s, we wouldn't have so many returns. Everybody starts to point fingers. So somewhere in a situation like that, there is a communication breakdown, but there's also a breakdown in the infrastructure. If everything is set, like we said, with time, place, and manner, everything is done within a certain time to keep our service level agreement, everything is in its right place when it's time for me to pick, and everything is delivered in the manner that is standard with my brand, we should have no returns. Or, sometimes things don't fit or people could have a possible allergic reaction to a topical product or something like that. But anything other than that, sending it back for anything other than a non-fit should not be happening. It absolutely should not be happening. That is why we set up infrastructure. That is why we set up a team and have a company culture, which will also be another topic that is crucial to the success of your company. We'll talk about that next week. But setting up a company culture where they know how to work together. They know we're all a team. They know that we're all just trying to do the best we can for our customers, because the best we all do, the more customers we get, and the more customers we get, the more money we all can make. Let's not make money taboo. Nobody's coming to your company just to volunteer. Trust me. But that's the crucial part, is making sure the team knows that everybody's depending on each other and really delivering on your brand name based on the infrastructure that you've put in place to make sure there are no complaints and there are no issues with your customer, with what you promised your customer, in the very beginning. Your back end fulfills the promise that was made at the beginning with your first impression. Again, this is Fredrina with Trinity Professional Group with a Trinity 10, and I can't wait to see you guys again on next Tuesday. I just threw myself out there, so we're going to focus on company culture next week. It is a big deal when it comes to the market today, so I just want to encourage you all to come back on Tuesday. And again, this is Fredrina or Freddie with Trinity Professional Group, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.